And so we are continuing with Tarot School, the Ten of Wands today. So let's say good morning to people and see who is joining us for some tarot tuition. Now I know things are a little bit different for people. People are going back to work and different routines due to the holidays and the virus and how everything is changing. So do understand all of that. So if you don't get a chance to watch this live, do remember it is recorded and you can watch that as and when it is comfortable for you to watch it. So I seem to have two people joining me at the moment. I wonder if we're getting your messages coming through. And where are you coming from? Are you coming from Facebook, YouTube or Twitch? So I'm just going to hold on a minute. Good morning to you. I've got three people joining me this morning. How are you? And yeah, it's September. Goodness me, how the year is progressing. So I'm going to jump right in here with the Ten of Wands. And so, continuing the minor cards, we are looking at the Ten of Wands. If you look here, this is, again, all wands are action. All the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Ten of Wands is carrying the complete burden. You cannot see the woods for the trees. Why? You're doing too much. Overload. Physical overload. This isn't mental overload. That would be the Ten of Swords. And it isn't emotional in any respect because we've got the one family here. All right? There can be a touch of being too proud to ask for any help. Okay, so this is a card where you need to go back and delegate. Heavy burdens here. This is too heavy a load for one person. Okay, you need to say, look, come on, I need some help here. Morning, Tony Pipe. You're on Facebook. Good morning to you. Thank you. Hello. Hello, Pensamiento Libra. Hello, how are you? Lovely to see you from YouTube, my friend. Wonderful tarot card reader you are. So lovely to see you. Oh, please excuse me. Good morning. I've got a Facebook user here. How are you? How are you doing? Lovely to see you. So just welcoming everybody to our tarot tuition. We've been ploughing through the major cards. If you've missed any of that, you can go back and look at the videos. You can also download the files. Oh, that's lovely. I was watching some of your videos during the week on Instagram. I'm going to call you Pensamiento Libra. I don't know how you say it, but that's how I'm going to say it. It's lovely that you're here with us. And if you want to go and look at any of the major cards that I've recorded, they're all there. We've gone through the air family, the swords, and we've been through the emotional lot, the water signs, the cups, and we're nearly completing our fire energy here, which is the wand family. So we'll be continuing through with this. So what have we got? Too heavy a load for one person. You know, sometimes there is a touch of being too proud, too selfish, in the sense of, no, I can do it myself. I'm struggling, leave me to it. It's probably because this person also lacks trust and faith that they're going to be able, not so much in the other person, but in themselves. You know, what if I can't actually tell them what to do and it's not going to be helpful and it'll all be down to me? So there's always that feeling of being utterly overwhelmed with this card. And when you're physically worn out, you're probably too tired to even delegate or tell anybody what it is you need them to do. So it's just easier sometimes to do it yourself, isn't it? So this is kind of burnout, and this is where you need to be able to rest. So it's a card of needing to be able to recognize that you are physically tired and recognize that you need to ask for help or you need to delegate. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat this morning. Pardon me, I'm just going to have some water. So. Morning, Facebook user. Your name isn't coming up, not to worry about that, but you're welcome. I'm just going to say hello to you all too. Oops. So, there we go. Good morning to Facebook, and good morning to YouTube, and good morning to Twitch. And we should be in 2 Facebook places. One should be in my Facebook group, and one should be on my Tarot with Anne-Marie on Facebook too. So that's my page. Right. So these cards, the Wand family, actions, fire, okay, energy. And this is where we've been doing too much. We all get like this. It's not permanent. It's a case of recognizing that you need to ask for help, that you need to delegate, that you need to drop something, and you can't keep doing this. You know, you've got to turn around and move forwards and move on from this place, because when we're like this, we're not at our best. Okay, so I hope everyone can hear me okay. Hello, someone from Restream there. How are you doing? Hello, lovely. Thank you very much. So we're getting bits and pieces here, which is lovely. Good morning. Right. Covering up my messages now. I've changed my page. So, Pensamiento Libra. Gosh, gonna have to give me an easier name. Gonna have to call you Libra. How are things going, as in for you on Instagram? I see that you're doing really well on there, which is really lovely. I'll be back on there soon. It's just too hot here for me to actually sit in this room for too long. Lovely. Oh, you're typing. That's lovely. Sorry about my doggies there in the background. Yeah, I'm really interested in how you're getting on Instagram. I really do enjoy that platform, and I'd love to be able to stream. Sorry about that. I'd love to be able to stream on there too with some of this. It's not that easy. Oh, you're lovely. No, my pleasure. Hello. Gaurav Sharma. Hey, how are you? Well, you're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Libra. I'm going to keep it to that for a moment. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. So here we are, Page of Wands. Right, this page is Sagittarius. Always remember that. And looking at the Page of Wands, look at him. It looks like he's got a microphone. It looks like he's standing there and talking to a microphone. You see that? Okay. So this is always about communication. Whether should be girl. No, darling, it is not questions for having a reading. This is tarot tuition, but you're very, very welcome. And it's lovely to meet you, but we're not answering questions on your tarot free readings at the moment. This is tarot tuition, but we'll be back with that very soon, a couple of weeks or so, when the weather is a bit cooler. So for now, we are doing this in the mornings where it is cooler for me, and I've agreed to actually keep this course going for tuition tarot. So Page of Wands, Sagittarius, microphone in his hand. That means communication. Brings messages from further afield. Why? Because Sagittarius is linked to long distance journeys, and that's where that comes in as well. It's also about journeys, again, Sagittarius, long distance and further learning. Very fixed focus with this page. Some of the pages sometimes can actually lack experience because they are starting at the beginning, it's new, and they are evolving. And whether they evolve or not is what will come out in your reading. So if you are doing a reading and you're doing a full spread like I do, which is the Celtic cross, then with the addition of the astrological bits and pieces that come up there, and I will do a video on how I do my particular spread and how I build on that. We can do that. You can watch me. And if this came up and you were looking to see if there was perhaps a relationship, shall we say, and this card came out, You would be looking for the elevation and the growth in the page, from the page transforming and going towards being a knight or a queen or a king. Might not be of the same suit, of course. So, you might get a page of wands go into being Knight of Swords, becoming elevated, but thinking more, but still not quite there. Still learning, still maturing, still on their journey. But again, thinking. Why thinking? Because it's swords. Swords family is air, and that's the mental, and intellect. And so that's the thought process. With Page of Wands, this is actions. Whenever you're looking at this is what somebody is doing, or they're about to do, or they are in the process of getting on with it. All right. So this is someone that loves to travel. Okay. Boisterous extrovert, somebody that can stand on stage and deliver things really well. There's news of travel with this character. It's always lovely in so many respects to actually see that there is long distance travel, and you can see that with the dunes in the background there, the sand, the different coloured sand, the earth, and they look like pyramids to me, or sand dunes, so places far away, long distance travel. This is someone that's a good communicator, somebody with a very good telephone manner. Hello, Manasay Jaya Kar. Probably said that all wrong. Jaya Kar. Manasi, hi. You're welcome. I'm sorry, darling, I'm not doing questions about tarot. This is teaching tarot. So we will be back to do that. Do keep watching, but it won't be for a couple of weeks. And I do wish you well with your questions, Guru Rav and Manasi. But at the moment, no, this is tarot tuition. Gosh, I've only done a few of those, and people are very keen to ask their questions. So, Manasi, sorry about that, and you're welcome. We're just having tuition here about what the tarot cards actually mean. So, Page of Wands, great character, Sagittarius, communication with long distance travel, good telephone manner, good communicator, keen, somebody that's keen. So court cards really good because these are aspects of the person that you are reading for, that's having the reading, or who they are asking about. So again, just like we had there from our lovely interested people here, Guru Rav and Manasi, asking questions about someone else. So, will they hear from them? Well, it's interesting, we're on the Page of Wands. We get messages of love and you will hear from them. So I think we could just all have got on synchronicity going on there. So I should have actually said, well, due to the card that we're actually teaching at the moment, yes, because it is, isn't it? It really is. So if you want to use that, Manasi, I know we didn't specifically choose it for you, darling, but maybe that's helpful. Okay, so let me move us forwards into Queen. Okay, so here we have Queen of Wands, and this is the star sign of Leo. Okay, this is a great card, folks, because this is a woman who is kind and loving and very earthy. Okay, you can see that with the fact she's got the flower, the sunflower in her hand. She's also got her wand. Just putting myself a bit closer there. She's got a wand. She's somebody who's trustworthy. How do we know that? We've got the cat. The cat represents animals' trust, and a cat will know whether not to trust the person that they are sitting with or walking past. The animal's instinct of knowing whether or not you're trustworthy. So animals will always know. They know whether it's a good or a bad sort of energy that's around a certain person, and they will actually know whether to disappear, or they will know very much whether to stay put. So this lady is very outgoing, and I say lady because she is a queen, but this is not. Don't look at the gender. Don't always say, oh, there's a woman, there's a man. because it is aspects, and we can show up as a different gender because our masculine or feminine side is pulling in that direction with that particular aspect of us. So in matters such as your work, you may be somebody who approaches things with a more gentle energy and a more delicate, even though you are delegating. And you may be a man, and you may completely go through your life in a very sensitive and gentle way. The message is the same, the seriousness is the same, but you would do so in a way that is more in touch with your feminine side. So please never feel that you've got to work out what the gender actually is. I think it's really okay for you to say, okay, the person I see in the cards here, and the client will usually say, is a he or a she. Okay? You don't have to try and do this kind of, well, I feel this or that. If psychically you're getting that, of course, that's fine. But sometimes when you're with a client, we've got to work on different platforms and we can't always connect as well as that. And it's not about seeing what your talents are. It's about being able to read for somebody in a very thorough way and give them that information that they crave and that they are interested in learning about from their cards, and how you can translate it for them. So lovely Leo, a woman who is kind and loving, trustworthy, very outgoing and adventurous, someone who likes to be on the move all the time, enterprising with everything, energy, good with animals, as we can see. Physical activities are important to this person. So the one family are action. So you can quite often find them in the garden, looking around sort of outside with their element of sun. Even if it's cloudy, they don't care. That sun's behind the clouds somewhere. They know it's there. They love to be moving about, and they love to be doing. And again, you've got a very strong energy here. I do want to point out with the Queen of Wands that this is a card where this lady does actually sit on her throne. But if you look, her legs are actually apart. She's got a long gown on, so that's not important. But Queen of Wands is actually quite a physical, sexual, attractive card. And I was always taught by my teacher that with this lady having her legs apart, it would help you remember that, that she was open. Take that whichever way you want to, folks. Okay, so lovely energy there. Queen of Wands, one of my favourite cards. So here we are with Knight of Wands again, Leo, and there's a gap in the wisdom here with the Knight because they are still learning. Okay, they are still on their way, and look at the horse. The horse is like, it's showing the energies there. That horse is on the move. You can see there's action there. But it also feels as if we're kind of like, all flying all over the place. So it's like, I'm keen, but I am not established. I am not in my maturity. So it's like the teenager. Knights like teenagers. Doesn't represent a teenager. Everyone says, oh, it's this age. Nothing to do with the age. It's to do with our behaviour. We can behave like a teenager. We can behave like somebody who is naive like a child because we are out of our comfort zone with something new. Thank goodness. We don't always want to be serious in everything we do because we know everything. How boring that would be. We're always starting something new. We're always on a mission. We're always looking to learn something. So that's what we mean by gap in wisdom. But the enthusiasm's there. You can see it, it's happy, it's full of energy. All the colours are bright, they're cheerful. You've got this lovely orangey sort of colour going on there, and the chestnut with the horse. This is kind of, the chakra that is desire, pleasure, that I want more, I'm happy about this, and my energy is entertaining, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And then we've got the cheerfulness that's going on there with the yellow, which is the chakra that is our solar plexus, and it's about our cheerfulness and our happiness and the things that make us happy. And then we've got all of this lovely yellow going on there in the background, and the burnt orange to tell us that, this is the land and this is what they're doing. So this is, again, another big important travel card. Look at those pyramids in the background there, or those sand dunes. See them as you want, whatever works for you. Something is moving here. Adventurous, on the move. Let's go. New action, new enterprise. I'm keen. Let's go for this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn along the way, and I'm enthusiastic and I'm ready, and I'm going to do this with all my heart. I'm doing this with a good heart, and I'm doing this with enthusiasm. So, again, lovely, lovely energy there with our Knight of Wands. Okay. Court cards aren't difficult, but if you know your court cards, life becomes so much easier. So have you got anybody else here that wants to say hi this morning? Oh gosh, yes, there's a few there. Right. Hello. Hello. Okay. Right. And I think it's just other people asking a little bit about free readings, which of course we're not engaged in doing at the moment. Okay. Right. King of Wands. So King of Wands, lovely card. Aries, lovely Aries. King of Wands, calm and fixed focus, serious matters. And again, no gender. Don't get confused with genders, okay? It's not important. It is about the aspect of that person or the person that they are asking about in the reading. So Aries energy, think of an Aries. Who do you know that's Aries? Somebody that you know has enthusiasm. They have a fixed focus because they are a king in this particular card. Therefore, they are adventurous and creative. Somebody that loves life, somebody who is a country-loving person, land, they like being in the outdoors. They enjoy adventures, walks, anything that's physically active. Somebody that's prepared to work incredibly hard, okay? Somebody. Morning, Dan. How are you? Good morning. Lovely. I've lost my other comments. Don't know what happened there, as in, good morning to you, Dan. And here we are with a continuation of our court cards. So, yeah, you've got the fact that the king is serious, and this is somebody that knows what they want. They're prepared to work hard. They like to be in charge, always on a mission, always looking to start something new. And that's the enthusiasm. Why do we know they're always looking to start something new? Aries. Aries has always got that lovely drive, new beginnings, and things that they actually become involved with. They like pleasure of something. Do you know, I find it really rude when somebody comes onto my platform and actually tries to tout for business. So I'm going to block you, Assesta, whoever you are. I'm sorry, Dan. Both you and I are being targeted here by saying that somebody wants to give us some of their nonsense. You're going to be blocked. I'm sorry, but it really is outrageous. So I've done that straight away. Sorry, folks. That's really naughty. My camera's disappearing. Bear with me. I'm back. My GoPro only lasts a certain amount of time. Crazy. Sometimes I can go on for hours. And I'm also told that it's not anything really to do with the settings, but it can run out after 30 minutes. So who knows? Obviously, I'll warm it up before I start, and just have to bear with me with that. It's just a much better image than my built-in iMac camera by comparison for using this particular platform of being in tarot tuition and using myself involved in your worksheet. So that's why I use the GoPro for that one. So I love the Wand family, full of energy, fire, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Court cards. can go over the court cards again and again. Because when I was learning, that's where everyone used to say, gosh, I'm really stuck. Might have just been my class, at the time, way back then. But I always remember there was always, can we go over the court cards? I don't really get it. How do I do it? Who is it? What is it? It's an aspect of the person that's having a reading. And if you see lots of them, other different people, it's different aspects of the person that's having the reading. It's also different aspects of the person that they're asking about. So again, it can work in the respect of how I've said to you before. If you are looking to see if something is going to progress, you can look at that person. Do they start off as a page and then develop into becoming a knight or a queen or a king? Or is it going the other way? Did they start off as being a king and suddenly, it's dwindling and they're going back to being a page? Well, that happens in life, doesn't it? Because we will start something new, start a new job, start a new hobby. We're going to go back to being a page. Nothing to worry about. Just telling you where that person's at. And if you use the method that I talk about, the two cards, we're able to see whether that's emotionally, mentally, or in their actions, or in their career, or in their work. But, all that to come in our future videos. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, folks. It was lovely. I'm sorry that we had somebody kind of come in and hijack and try and send us a little bit of their promotion. So they've been blocked, and it won't cause you any sort of anxieties. People trying to get hold of you like that. I'll always try and protect us all from people that are actually just trying to bother you. It happens. I suppose it's a compliment being spammed. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Next week we'll be moving in to Pentacles. Wow, 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 wow. So that will be all the Earth people. And if anybody would like me to go over cards that we've done in the past, and it's one of those things where I would say to you that you are in a place and a space of being able to ask questions, and you can either type that on the live platform here while we do the cards. I'd love you to do that. Or you are welcome to leave a message for me on the group or the page, and we can actually repeat anything you want. But please, if you've got any questions, do ask. Don't be shy now. We all need to kind of, know what it is that we want answered. And if we don't ask, we don't learn, no matter how silly it is. I'm actually going to say that somebody was really very, very embarrassed about asking me, gosh, have I got oracle cards or have I got tarot cards? There's no shame in asking that at all, not a problem. Tarot cards are different to oracle cards, and how you will know is when you've got an oracle card, you are able to see that it will give you very, very different amount of cards in the deck to begin with. And not even, there's no set sort of reasoning behind that. Some have got 20, some have got 30, some have got 40, some have got 48. They're all different, and there's so many different decks flying around. It doesn't matter. But really, if you are looking at tarot, there's 78 cards, 22 major arcana, 56 minor arcana, and that's probably the very big difference. And people say, oh, is it because that you've got help on the actual oracle cards? It can be, yes. But, I've also got oracle cards where there's just, it just says the mermaid, and it doesn't actually tell you how to read the card. You've got to go and look in the book. There's lots of groups out there for being able to share on that kind of thing. If you want to do a little spread and post it on the Facebook page in the group, and ask, what does this mean? I'm struggling. There's plenty of people there to help, even if I'm not available. And I do like you all to work together because it's so much fun when we're in a group together rather than it just be me. So that's what it's there for. So thanks ever so much for joining me. I'll see you next week with the Pentacle family, where we start Earth. So that is so much fun when we get to the Pentacles and we find out what are they all about. The material side of life. Okay, so we'll be looking out for our lovely Earth signs next week when we go into the Pentacle family. Until next time, thanks for joining me. Bye, folks. I'll see you next week. Bye bye now.